Welcome back to the Quick Focus Blueprint program. And how is your focus? It's super. You have an incredible focus and it's just getting better and better. So thank you again for tuning in for today's lesson, and let's get started. Yesterday we talked about the power of focus applied towards reading, and specifically I focused and I concentrated on this thing called reading speed. And we talked about that by boosting your reading speed actually can boost your comprehension because it enhances this thing called your focus. Because a lot of people have challenges focusing while they read. Their mind wanders, they start getting distracted, and it really is a productivity killer. In this session, I want to talk about a technique that you could use to enhance your focus, and that is the power of asking questions. If you've gone through our quick reading program, then this is going to be a review. And just to repeat, review is important. And so still, if you've gone through it, just use this as a reminder. And if you're new for this and you would like to go deeper in this, you could go to quickreading.com and get information about our 6-week program. Now, let's jump into this. There are 3 keys to boosting your reading comprehension as applies towards focus. And that's really the goal, right? The goal is not to read something fast, is to understand it. And so how do you do it? I'm going to give you 3 really quick R's to boost your reading comprehension, and it involves your focus. So the first R stands for reading, and that just makes sense, right? You can only understand something if you've actually read it. And what I would recommend, just as a reminder, is to schedule your reading every single day. Much like as you schedule maybe this focus program, schedule your reading for the day, whether it's reading your emails, whether it's reading a book, because I think that's very important, is to read every single day, because leaders are readers. So the first R is read. The second R, when it comes to boosting comprehension, is relating. And what do I mean by that? I mean talking to somebody. Because after you read something, in order to really hone your focus, I want you to talk and really relate. And that's what the R stands for, relating it to somebody else. I want you to train yourself to learn what it really means to comprehend and understand something. Maybe for some people for the first time, right? Because talking about what you read is a powerful, powerful technique and tool to understand what you understand and really understand what you don't yet understand. And so what I want you to do after you schedule your reading is to take 2 or 3 minutes, find a partner, and tell them about what you just read. Or call them up and just saying, yes, I can't wait to see you this weekend, and let me tell you about this book I'm reading. Can you just listen? And that's what you're going to do. You're going to share that out loud. Now, ideally, you're doing that with somebody that's right there in the room with you, but you could do it by phone. And if you can't do that, talk to, let's say, a live non-human. Like, talk to your pets, talk to your plants. They say it's good when you talk to your plants. Helps them to grow. Maybe it's because the carbon dioxide that's coming from your mouth. Another way you could do it is to talk to an inanimate object. Talk to your voice recorder, talk to your phone, talk to a bottle of water. Just talk it. The important thing is you don't talk to yourself. You want to externally verbalize this out. And then the third R is to write. And what do I mean by that is this is where I want you to take some notes on what you just read. And so talking out loud is great because it causes you to make the information your own, but so does writing it. So you learn something, you're reading it, goes through your eyes, into your brain, and then you process it out either through your voice, which is relating, or through your hands. You're taking notes and you're writing them. Now, how specifically do I want you to take notes? Very, very simply is I want you to answer these questions. And questions are the answer. And that's really the focus tool that we're talking about here, is to ask questions. Because I do believe that most people do not comprehend or have really good focus while they read specifically because they lack really quality questions, meaning that they don't have questions that they want to answer. And in this case, questions really are the answer because you have part of your brain that really dictates your focus, and part of what controls that are the questions that you ask all the time. And if you could pile on a number of questions before you read a book, And look at your book right now. If you have a book that you're reading right now, look at the book and write down just 5 questions you have about the chapter or about the book. And these are the 5 questions that you want to walk away with answers. Because I find that people who lack comprehension or focus, they don't have enough questions that they're looking to come up with solutions and answers for. Does that make sense? That if you have a number of questions, let's say you're reading a book on health, and you have very specific questions about diet or exercise or nutrients or sleep or structure and physical fitness and vitality and stress management, all those things, then you're not going to get answers, because what happens is you're just trying to consume information. But if you have questions, it's going to get you actively like a magnet. Information is flying at you, and if you have questions, it acts like a magnet, like, oh, there's an answer, there's an answer, there's an answer, there's an answer, and there's an answer. So here's your assignment. I want you to read, but before you read today and do your daily reading of something that's going to be empowering for you, educational for you, maybe something in the area of personal growth or something that you're passionate about, I want you to write down 5 questions before you begin reading. 5 questions, because this is going to dictate and control your focus and get you through the information, not only faster, but you'll have better comprehension also as well. And then report down below in the comment section of how this technique worked for you. It is very simple. We're talking about 3 R's again. You read, you relate to somebody, meaning you talk to them about what you just read, because that helps to hone your focus. And finally, you write, R-I-T-E, without the W, just to keep it consistent. And what are you writing down? You're writing down notes specifically of questions that you want to be able to answer. Write down the questions and your mind will find the answer. And then put in the comments down below your ahas. What's working for you. You can repeat this over and over again. You could re-listen to this lesson and come back and comment and keep us posted on how this technique works for you. I'll see you tomorrow.